So everything happening within that frame, that same time frame, shows that this is the very same time. That's what the Lord. That's what the Lord told Ezra. Let's see if we can get that. Get Ezra chapter, 2nd Ezra chapter 5, I believe it is. We're gonna stay in 2nd Ezra 11. The next reader, get that 2nd Ezra chapter 5, and I got a lot in my head. Search for it in there where it says, when the signs that I have showed thee have passed, then thou will begin to understand that this is the very same time. All right, so 2nd Ezra chapter 11. When you got it, just say "Kun." Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 11, may not be 5. If you got to search some scripture, search it. 2nd Ezra chapter 11, verse 1. Read it again.
Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle.
So a sea represents all the people on earth. Okay, that's in Revelation chapter 17. That's a symbolic thing, and it represents the people. Okay, the eagle coming out is the emblem of kingdoms. Okay, the emblem of the ancient Roman Empire was the eagle. Okay, in all of the Roman empires. Okay, read on.
Which had 12 feathered wings.
Which had what?
12 feathered wings.
Read on.
And 3 heads.
Okay, 3 heads. The 3 heads, the 12 feathered rings is going. The 12 feathered wings is going to represent the 12 Caesars of Rome, which we're going to be giving their names in the time that they ruled. The time, how long they ruled, the duration of their rulership. The 3 heads is Rome the Republic, not Rome the Empire. Rome the Republic. The head in the middle was the most powerful of all those Roman empires, or Rome, extensions of Rome, and that was America, the head in the middle. The last head was the Holy Roman Empire. Now, what was so special? Do you have it?
Go, sir.
Let's stop that for a minute. Let's go to where you at. Where you at?
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. Read that, please.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Okay, the time that has gone by. Okay, because the Lord already gave prophecies concerning the kingdoms of the world and what was going to happen with their rulership and the succession, what kingdom was going to follow another kingdom. So measure thou the time diligently in itself, meaning see how much time has passed. Read on.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass.
And when you see part of the signs pass, read on.
Which I have told thee that before.
Read on.
Then shalt thou understand.
Then shall you understand. Read on.
That it is the very same time.
That it is what?
The very same time.
Read on.
Wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
For a long time, the prophet Isaiah even called out to God and said, truly thou art a God that hideth thyself. For a long time, the Lord have not revealed himself to the planet Earth, have not showed the planet Earth and all nations on earth that he's still there, that he still exists, that he's still a sovereign God. Okay, because he was waiting for a specific period of time. He done showed them in Egypt, okay, that his name should be declared throughout the whole world. But then Satan is lying. Satan been lying, and he been lying, and he been lying, and people started to believe Satan's lie. Okay, so now the Lord is going to come back, okay, and he's going to show, he's going to begin to visit the earth and show that he is God and that God is real. Read that one more time.
Verse 2.
Come on.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time.
That it is the very same time. Read on.
Wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Okay, what is that talking about? That's talking about everything that you've been hearing being prophesied about. That's talking about the plagues. That's talking about the deliverance of the nation of Israel. That's talking about the second Exodus. That's talking about the mighty power of God, the stretched out arm and the mighty hand that is going to be imposed on this planet. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand.
Then shall you what?
Well understand.
Read on.
That the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee.
Okay, so y'all should well understand that we write according to schedule. Do everybody understand that? When you have a full understanding of the prophecies, you have the full understanding of the things that the Lord said that was going to happen, that was going to lead up to this time, you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt, okay, or you shouldn't have a doubt, okay, that this is the very same time that the highest will begin to visit the earth. Read on.
Even from the beginning.
Come on.
For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end.
Everything that's made have a beginning and an end. Read on.
And the end is manifest.
And the end is shown. Read on.
Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings.
They have plain beginnings. Read on.
In wonders.
In wonders. Okay, the way everything was created, the way everything was made. Read on.
And powerful works.
Come on.
In endings.
In the ending, the end, read on.
In effects.
Is in effects, come on.
And signs.
And signs. Okay, so again, it's no coincidence. It's not by some happenstance or random circumstance. The different signs that you see in the sun and the moon and the stars, and how Christ spoke about that. The time that it actually started happening, when it's all of that is right on schedule. Everything is right on schedule. And to give the confidence that everything is on schedule, this is why the Lord gave these exact, precise details concerning these kingdoms that was going to rule all the way up to America. Okay, precisely, so you can know that the Lord is precise in his information that he gives us about when he's going to come back and deliver the nation of Israel. Do everybody understand that? All right, so let's go back to 2 Ezra chapter 11, verse 1 and read that again.
Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle.
Read on.
Which had 12 feathered wings.
Which had what?
12 feathered wings.
Which had 12 feathered wings. Go ahead.
And 3 heads.
Okay, so now the 12 feathered rings is going to be the Caesars of Rome. Like I said, we're gonna get to that. And then the 3 heads is the Roman Republic. That was first. The Rome, the Republic. Okay, and the reason why that was first because it was the same ideology, the same idea that Satan had gave to Eve in the garden. You could be in control of your own destiny. This is a political policy, okay, that they call democracy. Some people think there's a difference between a republic and a democracy, and people have that discussion about America. Well, is it a republic? Is it a democracy? Okay, they're along the same lines. Okay, and what that is that you put power in the hands of the people. Sound familiar? Okay, Satan in the Garden of Eden, be in control of your own destiny. Don't have people ruling over you. You can make the decisions, and you are in charge. Power to the people. Okay, right? Power to the people gives the understanding that you don't want to be ruled over. That's why Christ come back and say, those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them. Bring them hither and slay them before me. So that would mean if you want the power in your hands, then you're going to reject the sovereignty of God, that God is in control over everything. Do everybody understand that? Now, this was going to take a while. It was going to take Satan have to deceive the people. So he needed all these kingdoms to be drawn out to deceive everybody. He needed to start with monarchies. He needed to have successions of families ruling and being kings and being corrupt. And so people could try to overthrow the king and then get sick and tired of there being a monarchy and wanting to rule themselves. Do everybody understand? All of this was part of Satan's scheme. All part of his scheme of deception. Everybody understand that? Everybody got that, right? So Rome, the Republic, the first nation that introduced this political idea that power should be in the hands of the people, okay, and not in monarchs, kings, in succession ruling one after the other. Do everybody understand that? So Rome set up a system where the people would elect a senate and put them in power to put them in place to represent them. They would be in place for a certain period of time. Rome, the Republic, came up with this. Okay, and a lot of things that you're going to hear me mention is going to sound familiar, letting you know that America is that second head that's in the middle because they bringing back this system. You're going to understand what I mean by bringing it back when we start to go through the rest of the scriptures. Do everybody understand that? Okay, so they elected a Senate, which is representatives to represent them. If the people felt like the representatives wasn't representing them well, then they can take them out of power and elect somebody else to be in that position. Do everybody understand that? They were very cautious of a single ruler. So what they did is they put up 2 consuls. They call them consuls. 2 consuls that had to agree on everything and then also had to get permission from the Senate on all things that was going to take place in their society. That's Rome, the Republic, okay? During the time of war, because they were so afraid of a standing army, that whoever had control of that army would just take that army, conquer their land, and just take over. They didn't allow no army to remain standing. So only in wartime was a general able to go out and form an army. And then the general was given absolute power. He was given the power of commander-in-chief in a period of wartime when they had to fight a war to protect themselves from their enemies. They was given a certain amount of time to actually win that war, which was 6 months. Okay, after 6 months, if they didn't win the war, they had to come back to the Senate and they had to get their time extended. Okay, then once they won the war and the war was over, the general, the commander that was over the army, he had to come back, relinquish all power back to the Senate and the two consuls, and he had to return to private life as a citizen. Does it sound familiar? Does this stuff sound familiar? That's Rome, the Republic. Everybody got that? Hundreds of years, that was a system that was in place. First political system, okay? Then Julius Caesar came during the time of war. They elected Caesar to be the commander of the army. And when Caesar went out and was very effective in war and conquered their enemies, there was another enemy and another enemy and another enemy. So when Caesar came back and told the Senate is listen, we got too many enemies. This is Julius Caesar that we speaking of, okay? We got too many enemies, okay? Coming back every 6 months to get absolute power is an inconvenience. Just name me dictator for life, okay? Okay, if y'all want me to continue to destroy your enemies, okay, I need to be out there on a campaign. I can't be coming back here every day. Made sense to some senators. Other senators was very skeptical. They said, this man is trying to take power. This is against the Republic. This is against what we stand for. Don't do it. Sounds familiar? Sound familiar? Okay, so nevertheless, because of the fear of being conquered by their enemies, they named him dictator for life, okay? This ended the Roman Republic. The Roman Republic ended with Julius Caesar. It was no longer the people electing representatives to represent them. Now, the Roman Empire began. Because after Caesar, he never relinquished power. What he did was he was going to name his successor. Do everybody understand that? So it was no longer in the hand. Do everybody get that? Y'all with me so far? Okay, when I'm talking to all of you, okay? All right, so he was going to name his successor. So it was no longer in the hands of the Senate. Do everybody understand that? Okay, so now the head in the middle is America. They got this system of democracy. Y'all, in this kingdom, y'all see how it's supposed to work. Power is supposed to be in the hands of the people, right? You go and you vote your representatives. You elect your representatives into office to represent the different areas that you're from. They call senators and congressmen, and then ultimately the president, right? Everybody know that, right? Okay, so this is that system coming back. Why that system come back? Because it was destroyed under Julius Caesar with the Roman Republic, and then it was the Roman Empire. So since then, they've been trying to get that system back. So with Satan, this is all part of Satan's plan. Do everybody understand that? Now with the Holy Roman Empire, again tried to bring that system back, but under a slightly different system. Okay. This was the time of the darkness, where there should be a famine of hearing the word of the Lord. They persecuted the church, the Roman Empire, and was trying to do away with all of the believers of the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. You're going to see that this happened during the time of the 12 feathers, where the Israelites was eradicated out of their land. And then once they did that, and the church was persecuted at one of the highest, at a high level, okay? Then after Rome fell, then they tried to establish something else, which was the Holy Roman Empire. And what was supposed to make this Roman Empire holy, they set up a false fake church. The church was the church of Satan, okay? And that's called the Catholic Church. That's the beginning of the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church tried to act like they were the successors of the apostles of Jesus Christ. Do everybody understand that? So you can see a long line of them going all the way back, so-called popes going all the way back. But these are all deceivers. Now, now, because the deception was in place from Satan, the church was the most powerful, not the people. So what the Holy Roman Empire did, trying to bring back that system of politics, was that they would be the ones to elect the Caesars of that Roman Empire. They would be elected by the Pope in the Roman Catholic Church, and then they would sit, the Caesars would sit as Caesars of Rome, working with the papacy, okay, which is the Roman Catholic Church. Do everybody understand that? And that's why that was called the Holy Roman Empire. So the three heads that the Lord is pointing out to Ezra right now that was asleep during the time of the Roman Empire was the Republic. It was sleeping during the time of the empire because the 12 feathers was ruling under the monarchy, under empire and emperors. America did not come into power yet. It was in the future to come. And the Holy Roman Empire did not come into power. That was after Rome fell. So everybody got that?